Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here to learn about why Colleen Ballinger is scared of YouTube. This is a clip from her pre-family vlogger days, and I thought that it would be interesting to do a reaction together. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so this clip is from 2 years ago, and this is before family vlogging took over Colleen's, channel and her kind of existence online by throwing away her children's privacy and deciding to show them to weirdos online. I understand the argument that she is a YouTuber, so some people think that, oh, well, she's a YouTuber, so of course she's going to show her kids. However, if you look at many celebrities and many other YouTubers, just because your life is public does not mean that your children's lives need to be public. They can make that decision for themselves once they are later on in their teenage years, and they can say, yeah, I'm okay with, sharing the story of why I broke my leg, or, me going to swim practice or whatever. Kids can be a little bit more involved once they're older, but obviously her children are so young, and it's not an expectation that their privacy should be thrown away just because their mom has a YouTube channel. And that's what we're here to talk about. So this is a clip from Trisha Paytas' podcast, The Dish with Trish, and it has 112,000 views. It's a 6-minute clip, but we're gonna break it down and see what she has to say.
How is the YouTube now I know you were like battling with YouTube for a while about like you couldn't show the baby or was like demonetized?
No, it's just, YouTube's just a mess. So like YouTube, okay so YouTube is like, don't even get me started.
Is it fixed now?
No, YouTube's not. So YouTube is constantly changing like monetization rules. You deal with this.
I get nothing from YouTube anymore.
Like you probably don't get monetized at all.
No.
So YouTube now is like, if you make content that is too adult, you get demonetized, as you know.
Yes.
If you make content that is for kids, you get demonetized. You get punished even more. If your content is for kids, you get demonetized. You can't make money. There's no comments. YouTube will hide the video. It won't show up in subscriptions. Like they will completely hide the video. So I don't know what kind of content they want on the internet.
Wow.
Make it for kids, gone. If you make it for adults.
YouTube just wants content that falls into their terms of use. That's what they expect. As a creator on this platform, you know what the terms of service are. As a creator on this platform, you know what kind of content you can put out that will fall into the terms of service and what will get you demonetized. And I said in my other video, if the hosting platform that you're publishing content on is doing more to protect your kids than you're doing, that's a huge problem, and it needs to be a conversation that should be addressed. Now, a lot of family channels have their comments back. I know that this is an older clip, but the amount of frustration and the amount of disregard that she has for keeping children's lives private is alarming. And I know that, it's up to the parent so that the parent can figure out what's best for their kid and all this kind of stuff. But a very well-known statement, it's a fact, it's not something that can be negotiated, is the fact that there are scary people on the internet that really like children. And because that's a fact, and we know that it is out there, and it's out there so often, YouTube and other social media platforms are trying to step in to tell these parents, hey, if you're going to put your kid on our platform, we're going to do something to try to mitigate the situation. And it might make you unhappy, but I think the goal is to always make the parent think before they put content out there with their kid. You can make all of the family style content that you want. It doesn't mean that your kids' faces have to be in all of these vlogs. Family vlogging is not required to show your kids going to gymnastics practice, swim lessons for the first time, showing little girls in swimsuits. All of this kind of stuff is not a requirement to be a family vlogger.
no money.
Is it making it for kids or showing kids?
Making it for, so if it's like, if I'm like, hey kids, today we're going to learn about the ABCs, like that will, for sure. But they get to decide essentially, like I can say, I didn't make this for kids, but if they watch a Miranda video and they see me taking a Slurpee bath and some person's like, well, obviously this is for kids, even though it's like more mature adult comedy, a lot of times with Miranda, that'll go over the kids' heads. So it's like for everyone. If they decide that that's for kids, then they can decide to just make my channel for kids and take away everything.
So are your but your comments aren't disabled, right?
Not yet.
Oh my God. But your brother's family, the Ballinger family, like they had their comments disabled for a long time. Is it still disabled?
I think they're back on now.
Yeah, but that's what I don't get.
She knows for a fact the kids are watching Miranda. Just did a whole video on Miranda, specifically why her content is, really bad for kids. But you are a full-time YouTuber, and to hear Colleen sit there and bitch and whine about this is so entitled. YouTube made her who she is. So let's not bite the hand that feeds you too much when they're trying to protect kids, when these parents are trying to exploit them.
Like I see the Ace family and they have kids and it's like their comments are
I don't know.
fine.
It's like that's why YouTube's a mess. Like there are a lot of predators on YouTube who are fine and like making money and living their life, and then there's people who like just want to make slime and they get demonetized.
Well, that was your argument, is like disabling comments doesn't keep the pedophiles away. Like it just
it doesn't. It actually makes it easier. Like there was a while where YouTube was.
So this is her obviously fully acknowledging that P's are on the internet and they're far and wide and they're watching all the content with kids. And fast forward, she is literally showing all 3 of her children now to these same people that are on the internet. So it's one thing if you're gonna do something because you're uneducated on it and you just don't know that it could happen and you don't realize that it's a possibility. That's one thing. But to know that and then still put the content out and then bitch and whine when you're not making money off of the videos is disgusting.
Taking down monetization and comments for anything that could have had a predatory behavior in the comment section. So like kids doing gymnastics. If you post a video of a kid doing gymnastics, it will be demonetized. All the comments will be taken off because pedophiles like to watch kids doing gymnastics, they say. So how does this prevent pedophiles from stopping?
The idea is that if you're going to show your kid doing gymnastics and YouTube is going to demonetize your video, most parents would say, maybe we should take the kids off the channel because this is actually hurting our income. So if we can pivot from trashing our kids' privacy to protecting it, then we can actually still make family style content, but not be showing our kids to weirdos online, and we can collect an AdSense check because we are running a parenting run family style channel, but our kids are not on the channel. That's what most people would think of, but instead these, people like the Ballingers just want to stomp up and down and bitch and whine and call YouTube the big bad monsters when it was supposed to be an initiative to take your kids off your channel and protect their privacy and their, decision. Let's protect the kids until they can make the decision for themselves, is what I'm trying to say. This really gets me a little annoyed.
If they comment like, ooh, yummy, or whatever gross thing they want to say about a kid doing gymnastics, you can find their account, find where they are, and track them down and nail them. Whereas,
so you really think that YouTube is going to be in these comment sections, tracing IP addresses, working with law enforcement to nail the Ps that are online? Does she actually think that's what YouTube is going to do? No. As a parent, hearing things like this, it should kick your mind into overdrive to say, wow, how can I protect my kids from these really scary people online?
now there's no way to trace them. And also, you take off if you demonetize the video, there's no ad, so it's easier to watch. They don't have to sit through a pesky ad anymore. They just get to watch the kid doing gymnastics. So it's like How is this?
The fucking idea is to not have the kid doing gymnastics on your channel. Talk about gymnastics practice, fine. As the parent, it doesn't have to involve showing the children doing gymnastics or in these suggestive poses. That's the idea. Normal train of thought is, okay, we're having an issue here. We're full-time family vloggers, but obviously we need to reevaluate the fact that we're showing our kids to these weirdos online. We want to keep our channel monetized, so let's, win two things at once, and let's protect the kids' privacy and keep monetization on by removing the kids from the channel. Light bulb moment, hello. It really cannot be that difficult. Instead of sitting around bitching and moaning and groaning, it would have taken 2 seconds to make that decision.
Protecting kids. It's not at all.
Oh
And
my
that's, by the way,
gosh.
still happening on YouTube. If there's videos that they think pedophiles will like, that happens. Like, they have not fixed that problem.
But pedophiles could literally like anything. If there's a child in it, they could just like it
Right.
just to watch the
So take the fucking kid off your channel. Ding, ding, ding.
child.
So YouTube decides, well, a pedophile might like this, because ads were like, we don't want our company being promoted on a video where there's pedophiles commenting. So they'd see comments that were from pedophiles, and the brands were like, we don't want to put our ads where pedophiles are. And that's why YouTube did that, because they were like, oh, well, if we take off the comments, then the ads won't see that the pedophiles are watching.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
Have you ever, you're big enough to go to like someone at YouTube. Have you ever tried?
I went off online when this was all going down, and I like tweeted about it a bunch. And I think a lot of YouTubers think, oh, it doesn't affect me because I don't have kids doing gymnastics, or I
Yeah.
don't have kids like going swimming or whatever. So it doesn't affect me, but it does affect everyone, because they can just decide at any time. Like, for example, if a racist person comments racist things on anyone of any color,
Right.
then an ad company can be like, we don't want our ads running before a video where there's racist comments. So then YouTube can be like, okay, we'll take all comments off anyone of another race to avoid, you know what I'm saying?
She's stupid. That would never happen. First of all, it's in the creator's field to make sure, like I said before, that they're staying within the YouTube terms of service and their content is not, breaking those terms. Pretty simple. If you're going to put videos out, you have to know that there are some rules to follow depending on the platform that you're publishing your content to. But secondly, this is an isolated issue because creeps online is such a big problem right now. So I think what YouTube was thinking was, okay, let's do this and see how the family channels react. Maybe we can incentivize them to take their kids off the channel. They can keep monetization, and it's two different people winning, and we don't have to worry about the creeps watching these kids anymore. Why are we moaning and groaning about this? YouTube was doing more than parents were to protect their children.
Saying like this
Right.
could happen to anyone. It just
Yeah.
so happened to be the pedophile drama that it happened to. That's why I thought it was such a big deal. And YouTube,
To hear that she is so well versed in this and knowing where she is today, showing her kids every single day, and not only on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, I don't know if she has a Facebook, who knows, multiple platforms. She has not taken a month to protect her children from the internet. They immediately came out, birth vlog, first day home, first week home, first month home. Everything has been content. And it is not difficult to say, I'm a YouTuber and y'all are entitled to my content, but you are not entitled to see my children. Most people would fully respect and understand if that decision was announced, but instead she decided to become a full-on family vlogger.
contacted me and were like, we're trying to figure out a solution. That's what they said. But like, as far as I know, nothing has changed.
You never like got a meeting with anybody from YouTube?
No, I don't think that like me saying anything is going to change anything. I wanted to say something to like let everyone know how crazy this was.
Yeah.
But like YouTube, I think every conversation I had with them, the people that I knew at YouTube were just like, we're working on it. We promise we're working on it.
And most people that listened to her rant and rave about this when it first happened called her stupid, because it was very stupid and ignorant, the things that she was saying. And a lot of us saw what YouTube was trying to do, and then to hear her kind of arguments fall flat on their face, it was dumb. It was stupid.
And so like, what do you say to that? You go like, okay, thank you.
I guess you can't do anything. Yeah, you can't.
Know, like what else can I do other than like make it known that like I'm upset about it and like I don't approve of what they're doing.
Well,
I'm upset about it and I don't approve of what they're doing. I want to be able to show children to weirdos online and I don't care to protect them.
maybe that helped you, right? Because weren't your comments disabled at one point or never?
Yeah, they disabled my comments.
So maybe that helped you because they're like, let's just give her channel back, and you know what I mean?
I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe they have done something to change it. As far as I know, they haven't, because all of my videos with my nephew who does gymnastics, I used to do gymnastics videos with him as Miranda, and he's really talented and he loves it. They're all demonetized. Any video that he's in, he's 6, is demonetized in comments.
Good. That's the way that it should be. It should not be Colleen or Chris or Jessica or any of the family vloggers, LeBrant's, Ace Family, 8 Passengers. If you're going to put a 6-year-old child in your video, that video should not be making you richer by you throwing that child's privacy away. And kids can be really passionate about gymnastics or soccer or whatever it is that they do. That doesn't mean that it automatically needs to be in a vlog. It doesn't mean that it needs to be put out onto Instagram. I think it's wonderful when kids are passionate about a hobby or a sport or some sort of activity that they're doing. But the problem is that it's automatically transferred to vlog footage so that the parents can become more wealthy. And in exchange with the parents becoming more wealthy and possibly not securing that wealth for their kids' future, the other problem is that they are very well versed and well educated in the fact that there are creeps watching their channel and they still choose to put their kids all over it.
They're disabled.
Oh my God. So what about your family? Like,
they're fine right now because he doesn't do gymnastics online anymore, really.
So they're just adjusting.
Yeah, you have to adjust, but it's still like...
Imagine saying, oh, we have to adjust. He's not allowed to, do gymnastics anymore because of these pedos. That's such a shame. Sorry, we can't, blast our son doing cartwheels and, backflips anymore. Imagine being upset about that because the platform that made you wealthy did more to protect him than you did.
We have to adjust for the pedophiles. Like, come on.
That's crazy. Especially, well, I know a lot of people who do I watch a lot of voiceover videos of people who do cartoon voiceovers or whatever. And I know they get demonetized too because they're considered kid friendly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so they just make no money. And it's just literally a person doing, cartoon voices.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? And YouTube gets to decide what is and what isn't.
That's what's crazy. I get mine don't get shown because I'm mostly adult content, not adult content, but mature content. And I get that. But kids, it's what else is it? That's what YouTube makes their money off. Ryan's toys, does he get demonetized?
Yes. I'm
really?
sure. I'm sure. He's he must.
He got he made $1 billion last year or something.
Not this year.
Oh my God.
I don't know though.
I don't know about Ryan's toy reviews. I haven't looked at his in a while, but that's pretty much the end of the video. I want to read a couple of the comments. Someone said, putting kids on YouTube or any site is wrong. I understand some families want to make money out of it, but I would demonetize any video about kids since they are too little to give consent to any videos the families put up. It's kind of sick to think that families worry about not getting money for videos that have their kids in them. Your kid should not be your job to try to stay relevant. Try to stay relevant in your own way, not through your kids. YouTube is a mess, but so are you, Colleen. You lied about being a mommy blogger and you're a mom blogger now. Children should not be on YouTube at all. Parents should get a job instead of pimping out their children. And I'm not sure about the whole, you know, videos made for kids not having ads. I'm not sure about that, because if it's literally a cartoon and it's not showing children, I don't know anything about that. I'm not educated on that, so I'm not going to talk on it. But what I will say is, yes, the vlogs that have kids in them should not be monetized. Those videos should not be monetized, and by demonetizing those videos, the incentive is to protect the kids' privacy, take them off your channel. Nobody said that you can't make family style content. The issue is the children being plastered all over. Now, I see no reason why someone could not make back to school hacks, you know, where we went on vacation, travel vlogs, all of that kind of stuff can either be made without showing the kids, or if they are in the background playing or passing by and they get into the shot, that's why you have a blur tool when you're editing your video. And if, you know, parents are too lazy to utilize that in editing, then they really just don't give two shits. And those are not only lazy parents, but they're also very, very money hungry. And I completely disagree with it. But I thought that this clip was interesting because it aged like milk. And it's just really funny considering that now Colleen's a family vlogger herself, knowing so well the bad people that are on the internet, and she still chooses to heavily feature her kids on her vlog channels specifically. It's gross, and she's a hypocrite. So either way, those are my thoughts for now. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.